What do all the exciting and emerging technologies like AI, big data, blockchain, digital twins, Internet of Things, metaverse, etc. have in common? They all need data. And the quality of the data will determine how well they work. Good data equals good performance, and bad data equals bad performance. Garbage in equals garbage out, as they say. BIM, Building Information Modeling, or if you prefer, Information Management for Buildings or Infrastructure, if that term makes more sense to you, seems like the old, boring, confusing technology in the list above. It's been around for more than 30 years now, and people are just tired of hearing about it, even though most have still not done much with it. They prefer to talk about all the new, shiny, exciting stuff like AI, big data, blockchain, digital twins, Internet of Things, metaverse, etc. But, without BIM, none of the other technologies are going to work, because BIM provides the data that all the others need to operate. And so BIM is foundational to all other technologies. Now I can already hear all the experts in the other technologies saying, we don't need BIM, we only need data. Here is the problem. Their definition of BIM is wrong. They think BIM is just a three-dimensional, 3D CAD model. And since they have never used those, or don't know how to use those, they have concluded that it is irrelevant. But here is a better definition of BIM. Building Information Modeling, BIM, as a verb, is a process, supported by various tools, technologies and contracts, that involves the generation and management of the digital representations of physical and functional characteristics of buildings and infrastructure. The end product of the process is a Building Information Model, BIM, as a noun. The model is actually a collection of data, the very data that is needed for all other technologies. Another way to say this is, BIM is all the data, information, that digitally describes a building or piece of infrastructure, both physically, size, shape, location, etc., and functionally, attributes, properties, performance, time, cost, safety, carbon information, etc. When you describe something physical that occupies three-dimensional space and time, like a building or piece of infrastructure, you cannot exclude the dimensions of space and time. Anyone who suggests you can operate other digital technologies on three-dimensional objects or components, without including the data about the three dimensions, has a limited, misguided, or uninformed perspective. Yes, BIM always includes information about the three dimensions, even if represented on different two-dimensional projections, like plans and elevation, in old-school drawings and 2D CAD files. But BIM is more than just 3D CAD models. It also includes the alphanumeric data, non-graphical data, that describes the physical and functional properties and attributes of all the components, materials, products, equipment, etc., that make up the building or infrastructure. And all this data is what is required to perform all the calculations, analysis, measurement, business processes, etc. using other technologies like AI, big data, blockchain, digital twin, Internet of Things, metaverse, etc. And, unless you want to reproduce all that data again from scratch, to feed those technologies, at huge cost and duplication of work, then you had better learn to access it in BIM. And lastly, BIM includes all the documentation that is required to demonstrate compliance with regulations and legislation for planning, building control, health and safety, construction products regulations, environmental regulations, etc. The architecture, engineering, construction, real estate and infrastructure sector is highly regulated and requires documentation, lest we forget about this in our enthusiasm to look at new technologies. Where is all this data to be found? In the Common Data Environment, or CDE, a well-managed and organized digital repository of graphical data, non-graphical data, and documentation. That is what BIM is, and what it can provide to all other technologies, if only they could figure out how to access it. So, my recommendation to everyone, before you go and get excited about all the shiny, new technologies like AI, big data, blockchain, digital twins, Internet of Things, metaverse, etc., and waste a lot of time and money reproducing data. Make sure you have a good foundation of organized, structured digital data, using BIM to ISO 19650 series of standards for information management to feed your new, shiny technologies. Remember, bad data equals bad performance.